Howdy, and welcome to your Gentle Yoga with Regina. We're at the Come Confident Woman studio. If you have yoga props and would like to grab them, go ahead and do so, and we'll meet on the mat. If you don't have actual yoga props, that's fine. Maybe grab couple of blankets, some pillows, cushions, things of that nature, toss cushions. All of those could be working as substitute props. All right, let's make our ways to the mat. And we will begin in a seated posture. If you can elevate your hips, that would be more beneficial for your low back. And I just need to pull this in a little bit, get a better angle here. All right. Any seated posture will actually work. We just want to bring ears, shoulders, and hips into alignment. Maybe take a moment to wiggle through the shoulders and shrug them. Might even move your head a little bit. And then settle into your natural breaths. Take a pause here to notice the ground beneath you. And then feel the edges of your being. So maybe the skin or the fabric on your skin. Just notice your body's edges, outer perimeter, sides, front, back, whatever resonates with you. And then bring awareness to the very top of your head. And feel your whole body in space. Now begin to follow your natural breaths, feeling the rise and fall of the breath within the body. Maybe notice the coolness of your next breath in as it passes your nostrils, or the warmth of your exhalation. Noticing if the breath is stronger through one nostril or the other, or if it feels pretty balanced. No need to change anything, simply be aware. And on your next exhale, lower your chin toward your chest, letting the head hang heavy, releasing through the arms and the shoulders. And then we'll slowly inhale the head back over the shoulders. Take your pause and allow the hands to rest somewhere on your torso, your heart, both, whatever feels right for you. And set your intention for your practice. An intention can be as simple as I am present. Just coming back to that mantra throughout your practice to keep the mind engaged with the physical body instead of wandering off on its own accord. It could be anything at all. Keeping it in the present tense. And then remind yourself, I am safe. I am okay. I am loved. And this lets our nervous system know that it can be comfortable just allowing the practice to unfold. And you can keep your hands on the torso, over the heart, or bring them down alongside you again. We'll take 4 slow intentional breaths here. So a full exhale, and we'll inhale through the nose, fill up, and then sigh. In through the nose, Big sigh. Two more. And one more. And from here, we're going to take the right hand to the left collarbone and right in this region. And we're just going to press down, push in, push down, put a little traction on it. And then we'll exhale the chin to the right, maybe down, maybe up, maybe more of the ear to the shoulder. Just finding where you need your head to be as you anchor that hand on that shoulder, on that collarbone and across the chest, the shoulder there. Taking a couple more breaths here to help release some tension. Maybe shift your jaws, make sure there's space between them. And then we'll release the hand, roll chin toward chest, and inhale over shoulders. We'll take left hand to your right shoulder and exhale, move your left ear closer to your shoulder or turn your chin. Just finding what you need here. Stay connected with your breaths. And then we'll release the hand, ease chin back toward the shoulders, let the head hang for a breath. Then we'll inhale, lift the head, lift the arms. Exhale to your left, lower the arms. Take a moment in this twist. Take another full breath in and out. Inhale back to center, lift up. Exhale to your right, take it down and breathe. And then we'll inhale up and a little shimmy as we exhale the hands down. We'll wiggle through the shoulders and then we'll roll them around. Other direction. Good. And then you can come off your prop if you'd like or stay. It's entirely up to you. We're just going to move through the shoulder joints a little bit. I'm going to spin around here so you can see what's happening. So we'll inhale the arms out wide, palms are down. And then we're going to take the right hand, thumb is up, and we're moving that hand behind the head, reaching for the back of the shoulder, no pressure on the head or neck. Same time, we're lowering the left arm toward the floor so that thumb is down, and then we're bringing the back of the hand into the small of the back. And then we'll inhale to reach the arms away, palms are down, and we switch. So wherever that hand's going, the thumb leads the way. And we're not putting any pressure on the neck or the head. We're doing our best to keep the head stacked right over the shoulders. And let's do that again. Taking fingers toward or the thumbs in the direction we're going, and then back. Inhale to extend. Exhale for your little connection with the body. And we'll do that once more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And back. Good. Wiggle it out. All right. So we're going to, that bringing the hand behind the back is where we're going next. So let me go ahead and spin back around. I just want to make sure how I wanted to be in connection with y'all. Take both feet over to your left. Make sure you're solid on your sitting bones. And then you keep your right hand out. Take your left behind your back. Good. And we'll breathe here, keeping the body nice and tall. Option to have a prop under your hand if you need it to help stabilize you. Connect with your breath. Couple of more breaths here, breathing as fully and slowly as you're comfortable with. Now you can keep the arm as is, or and if so, you're just going to exhale the body forward, or you can ease the arm out. But we're coming forward over the front shin. So core is engaged regardless of where the arm is as you come forward. And if you have one or both hands in the front, you might use them to bring the body on, or the prop underneath so that you are stabilized. So choose what feels safe for you. Feel free to ease the legs a little further or a little closer together. And when you're ready to rise, lift up through pelvic floor and draw belly towards spine to stabilize your back. And we'll inhale to ease back up nice and slow. If the hand is still behind you, go ahead and let it slide out. Take your pause here and just breathe and be with your body. Notice whatever is unfolding without judgments. And then we'll bring the hands to the ground, lift the knees with the feet wide, and go into our windshield wipers. And then we'll slide the feet over to the other side. Bring your props nearby if you think you might want them. Right? So we'll start out nice and tall, and we'll take your right arm to the side, thumb down, and then take the hand into the small of the back, or just reach it in that direction if it doesn't automatically place there. And then come back to your tall posture and your steady breaths. If you have a regular practice and you have the range of motion and you want both arms behind you, you're welcome to. We just don't want to compromise the core stability. So if both arms are behind you, you're really going to have to use your core even more to stay in that upright position. And then when you're ready with an exhale, extend the body forward, moving from the hip creases, not the waist. So you want to be nice and stable here. And then we press into the ground. Inhale to rise. Use the core to stabilize. Ease your arm back out. Nice and gentle. Good. Maybe wiggle your shoulders a little bit. And then as you're ready, hands plant behind you, knees lift, and we windshield wiper our legs. And then we'll send our legs out nice and long. Take a little movement in them. And if you think you would like something under your knees, it could be a folded or rolled blanket or a yoga bolster, a pillow, or something of that nature. It just makes this more available. It's not requiring as much out of your hamstrings, or if your hamstrings or your glutes are tight, this might be more comfortable. And then here's the difference. Here's flex through the ankles, and this is pointed, and this is hanging out. For this class, we want flexion. So draw the toes in toward the shins. Inhale tall. Move from the hip creases so that as you come forward, the low back is protected, the abs are engaged. If the coming forward happens at the waist, the low back is not supported, the abs are not engaged, and we set ourselves up for injury. So if coming forward doesn't happen for you today, then focus on just staying upright, maybe even using a block or blocks or some other props to keep you in that upright position where the core is working and creating the stability you will need in order to some point in time come into a forward extension. So just finding where you need to be right now and then honoring that. Come back to your mantra to be present or whatever it was that you set as your focus for your practice. Reconnect with your breath. Three more slow, deep breaths. And then we will press into the ground. Slowly inhale back up. Pause at the top for a moment just to allow the body to align and to feel into your body. And then when you're ready, ease your props out of the way. We are moving into a bound angle. So bound angle, also known as butterfly, just depending on which class you're in, is bringing the soles of the feet together. And with this, you might want to have props under your knees. So always keeping those props within arm's reach where you can use whatever you might need can make this more comfortable. So even if the knees come pretty close to the ground, sometimes we just want a little more support. So you can use blocks, cushions, pillows, whatever. And then notice your feet. They need to be able to fall apart like an open book instead of being pressed closed. And then you can play with the distance. You can move the heels closer or further. Maybe you always have them pretty much in the same place. So see about changing that direction either closer or further to see how that opens you up or changes your sensations. And then we'll inhale and sit nice and tall here. Maybe hold the ankles or somewhere on the lower legs and let the knees lift and lower like butterfly wings. Taking a few breaths here. And then as you next exhale, let them come into stillness. Feel the body opening up. We'll stay here another 3 breaths. Releasing the jaws, the tongue, all the way down through the hips. And with that next exhale, maybe ease the body forward from the hip creases. Feel free to stay high. Same principle in your forward fold here, making sure that the movement comes from your hip creases and not your waist. Use whatever props work for you here. Maybe stack your hands, forehead might rest on your hands. Whatever feels right for you. Three more breaths here. And then we will slowly inhale the body back up. Take your pause at the top. Move your props. And we'll take some windshield wipers as you ease the feet back to the floor. Just moving through the hips. When you're ready, we'll ease over onto our hands and knees in tabletop position. And really important that we spread our fingers wide and anchor into the corners of our hands here. And the wrists are either under or forward of the shoulders, hips or over the knees. On an exhale, lift the center of your spine. This releases tailbone and crown down toward the ground. And as we inhale, we'll roll through the tailbone. Let the belly release downward. Open the heart forward. Lengthen the neck without lifting the chin. Cow pose. And then flow with your breath. Be very curious and just linger where you might need a little more time in either direction. Remember to continue to breathe. Holding the breath restricts the blood flow back to the heart. So just breathe. And back to neutral. And exhale down to the forearms, coming into playful puppy. Bowing the head down below the heart if that's available in your body. If you need to keep your head above heart, stay up on your forearms, doing what you need to stay safe. But as much as possible, bring the head down and bring the focus and breath into the back of your lungs.
Couple more breaths here. And then we will slowly press the ground away as we breathe in. And lengthen the legs back behind you. Come all the way down. Shift and wiggle, whatever needs a little movement. And we'll be in Sphinx pose, elbows down under the shoulders, palms down. Feet can be a little wider than your hips if you need that. And we'll press into the tops of the feet. Lengthen the spine, pull the head back without lifting the chin. With your next exhale, bend your right knee and turn your chin left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, chin right, left knee bends. Inhale, center. Exhale, right knee, turn left. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee bends as chin turns right. And back to center. Take a full breath here and let it go. And then we're taking the right arm under the left, and the palm is up. So your fingers are extended, palm is up, and then we'll exhale the body down. As we come down, our goal here is to keep the body fairly flat. So you're trying to bring that left shoulder back closer to the ground instead of, we're not trying to stack the shoulder or the hips. We want the hips down and the shoulders down as much as possible, using any prop under the forehead you might need here. Could be your left hand or forearm, maybe a little blanket or a little cushion. And slow, steady breaths. Three more breaths. Then we slowly ease the head up. Ease the right arm out very gently and mindfully. Take a moment on your forearms. And then as you are ready, left arm threads under the right. The palm is turned up. We're easing the body back down. And maybe your head rests on your opposite hand or arm or a little prop of some kind. Could be just like the folded corner of a blanket, anything at all that provides what you need there. And then back to your slow, steady breaths. Last 3 breaths here. And then we'll slowly, gently inhale the head up from the floor. Ease the arm back out. Take your time. Pause on your elbows. And then we're going to take the body. Let me show you where we're going. I'm going to do it from this side so you can see. We're going to open the front of the shoulder. So your left arm will extend. The palm will be down on the floor. And as you bring your left cheek to the floor, you'll use your right hand to roll your body over onto the left side. And this will stack the shoulders and the hips. And we want the left arm extended out from the shoulder or lower with the palm on the floor or turned in that direction. And then from here, you are welcome to bend the right knee and set the right foot on the floor if this is a comfortable option for you. If it's needed, you can always slide a block or some other prop under your right hand to bring the floor up and make this more available, more comfortable. Three more slow, gentle breaths, as deep as you're comfortable with. And then we'll slowly, after third breath, take your time, lower the right leg if it's bent into the air. We're going to guide our hips down nice and slow. As we come all the way down, once we're down, then we can ease that extended arm back in. Come up onto the elbows. Take a little stretch and a breath here. Feel into your shoulders. Notice your body. And then when you're ready, you'll tee the right arm out to the side. The palm of the hand is down. The arm is shoulder level or lower. Right cheek comes to the surface. And then we'll ease over onto the right side. Stack shoulders, stack hips. Maybe set your left foot on the floor with your knee bent into the air. Come back to your breaths, back to your intention, inviting your mind to be present with your practice. Three more breaths. And then we'll slowly exhale the leg down if it's resting in the air. Once your hips are level, or that leg is down and your hips are stacked, then you can ease over onto your abdomen and guide the extended arm in gently. Come onto your forearms to take your pause and feel. And from here, we'll draw the hands in under the shoulders, press the earth away, and move our hips back over our heels. Let our knees go a little wider. Shimmy the hips back. Extend or stack the arms and come into your child's pose. If your arms are extended, you might inch them closer to the sides of the head, bend the elbows, and let the hands meet overhead, or take them all the way back to your shoulders. And if the hands are on the shoulders, let the arms come back down. With your next inhale, support pelvic floor and belly. Ease the body up as you breathe in. Coming into a tabletop, take just a moment in a neutral spine. And then we'll step the right foot forward. You might like to use blocks here or some other props if you have them handy. And the right foot comes forward. Coming into a low lunge. And we'll ease the hips forward as we breathe in and back as we breathe out. And then we'll ease forward and linger there, shoulders down the back. Deep breaths here will create a deeper expansion of the abdomen, which will create more of a stretch through the front of the left hip. And then a stabilize low belly and back and pelvic floor. Exhale the hips back. And we're bringing both hands to the left. And we're spinning that left foot to the right. Yep. So now that right foot hasn't changed, but we spun the left heel behind us and our hands are over to the in front of us now. And we're going to ease our hips into that right knee. So we're pressing toward the top of the mat and then ease away. So just find the range of motion that works for you. And then we'll come to center. The left hip is over the left knee. The right knee is over the right heel. From here, inhale your body upright. So you're standing on that left shin. Okay. Inhale, extend your arms out like you do for warrior two. You got it. Palms are down. Inhale, slide forward. Let that right knee bend. Exhale, drive through the right foot to stack the body again. Inhale, extend. Exhale back. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Leave the legs and the hips. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, slide down in front of the body. Anjali Mudra at the heart. And now we take left hand down the side of the body toward the left thigh. Good. Inhale the right arm into the air, straight up. Exhale, extend the right toward the back of your mat. So toward that left side. Coming into a crescent shape. Left arm rest into that left leg. You can turn your chin wherever it feels best for you. Using a lot of core here. Good. We're going to exhale the right arm down in front of the face. Circle it down. And as we breathe in, reach out through both arms. Warrior two arms. Exhale the arms back down to the blocks in front of us. And then we'll bring the right knee, to the mat and pivot back to the front of the mat. So we're going to go through that whole little sequence a second time. And so this time, left foot steps forward. I'm going to spin around so I continue to face y'all. Left foot is forward. We're going to inhale, inch our hips forward. Exhale, pull them back. And exhale. That was a fun little sequence, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Now, if you're having trouble with your knees, you can go through the same body shapes, the same movements on your feet instead of down on your knees. Um, so I'll cue that here in a minute. All right, so we're going to come forward and hold this low lunge. And if there's a trouble for your back knee, you can always tuck the toes to lift that knee, or you could even come into a higher lunge using more of your legs and your core. So entirely up to you. I like the knee down version pretty often because I get a deeper stretch and release in the front of the extended leg and that hip. So you choose you. Shoulders are down, neck is long. Release whatever you don't need here. And then we support pelvic floor and belly. Ease our hips back toward the right knee. Bring hands to the inside of that left foot. And then we're going to spin the right foot behind us. Beautiful. Y'all got this. All right. Well, stay here if you need to, or inhale the body upright if that's available. Good. And then we'll extend, bring hands to heart and exhale, extend out, warrior two. Great. And then we'll ease into that left knee. Ease back and stack. Inhale forward. Exhale, pull back using pelvic floor and belly, a couple of your bandhas to help you be stable. Good. One more time. Exhale back. Good. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, slide down through front. And then we release the right arm alongside the leg. Inhale the left arm. Exhale, extend toward your right or toward that back side of the mat. Breathe. You can turn your chin any direction that feels best for your neck. Exhale the arm down in front of the face. Inhale back up, extend the arms. And exhale your arms down. Bring both hands to your blocks or to the floor in front of you. Draw your left knee back in and face the front of your mat. Good. Take a moment here. Mm. All right, we're moving into a downward facing dog. If you would like to have blocks under your hands, this elevates the floor, makes it more comfortable in your shoulders. Tuck your toes, navel to spine, and exhale your hips into the air. Maybe step forward just a little bit. You want to guide the shoulder blades in and pull them toward the hips simultaneously. You're anchored into the corners of your hands. Long neck. Feel free to bend your knees as much as your body would benefit from. And on an exhale, energize your heels toward your mat, even if they don't touch. Just energize them in that direction. Three more breaths here. If downward dog is too intense, you're welcome to hang out in child's pose, tabletop, puppy pose, whatever feels like the right option for you. Then bring the gaze between the hands. Step your right foot forward. Pivot your body to your left. Turn your toes in. Both feet are turned in, pigeon toed. Stay in a flat back if you need to keep your head above your heart, or if this is where you prefer to be. Otherwise, exhale to melt over. Maybe bringing the hands down and in between, reaching back behind. You might take your hands somewhere on your legs, or even interlace the fingers behind your back. Lift your kneecaps, activate your legs. If this is not a comfortable option, you can be in a seated posture with the legs extended and take a fold forward if that's available. Last 3 breaths here. Inversions are great for bringing the blood flow back to the heart, or how do I want to say that? Bringing fresh blood flow from the heart to the brain. Great for headaches and things of that nature, or for mental clarity. And then on your next exhale, release your hands back to the floor. Inhale to your flat back. And then we will pivot back to the front of our mat. So turn the right foot, walk the hands, take the left foot, and lower the left knee. Bring the right knee down. Take a moment here, flat back. And then we'll ease down onto the sitting bones. And bend the knees to roll the body down. Take a pause to connect with yourself again. Feel the ground underneath you. Come back to your intention. And then we will bring both knees into the chest. And give them a little hug in. Maybe pedal out your ankles or move them side to side. Wiggle toes. This is your snap, crackle, and pop asana. And from here, we'll lengthen both legs into the air. As we do, we're going to take the right knee in front of the left. On an exhale, bend the knees to bring the feet down toward opposite hands, or you might hold somewhere on your legs and hug the knees in close to the body. Slow, deep breaths. And then we'll slowly inhale the legs back into the air. Give them a little shake. Cross the left knee over the right. And as you're ready, bend the knees to bring your feet down. Take hold wherever it feels right for you. And making sure the neck is long here. Jaws are unhinged. Softness through the mouth. Slowly inhale the legs into the air. Give them a little shake. And then if you want, you can bring both knees in or just the right. But we're going to exhale legs to the left, leg or legs, whichever you're doing. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Shimmy your shoulders down. Chin turns right or stay center. You can stay here or maybe bring that left foot to the right hand. Add a little quad stretch. And if you are holding your foot, let it go with your next exhale. We'll slowly inhale, body back to center. Hug the right leg in and set the right foot down. Realign your body, maybe ease more toward your left. And when you're ready, left knee draws in with your breath in. Exhale, knee to the right. Stack your hips. Maybe the right foot comes to the left hand. Shoulder blades down. Chin is centered or left. And then we'll slowly release the foot if you're holding it. Ease the body back to to center, nice and gently. Hug both knees in. Maybe a little rock. Maybe a little circle of the knees to massage your back. And if you are, switch the direction. And then we'll set our feet for a moment. Press into the feet, lift the hips, come into bridge. Really anchor into the feet, the shoulders, the back of the head. Extend your tailbone toward your heels or your shins and calves. And then we'll slowly lower the hips. And you can either stay with the knees bent or the legs can go long. Settle into your Shavasana. Maybe the arms float out wide, expanding away from the body, palms open. Maybe your toes turn out if the legs are long, allowing the whole body to surrender downward. And feel the sensations in your body. Notice how the ground holds you. Allow your awareness to rest at the tips of your toes without the need to move them. Notice them. Notice your fingertips. And then take moves into your toes, fingers, wrinkles, and wrists. Maybe your head gently moves side to side. When you feel ready, bend your knees. Take a little ease over onto a side that feels comfortable for you. Take your pause there to check out, to notice how your physical body feels without judgments, to notice how your heart feels without any expectations, and how your mind feels. And then let the answers float away and gently ease your body upright. Taking a moment and seated, feeling the ground again, noticing your body in space, connecting back to yourself. Maybe stack your hands over your heart. Just remind yourself in closing, I am safe. I am okay. I am loved. Palms might meet. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all.
Have a lovely day, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.